Have you ever looked up at the sky during an eclipse and felt a sense of awe? That moment when the moon slides in front of the sun, or the earth casts its shadow on the moon, feels almost magical. But what if I told you that an ancient civilization, without telescopes or computers, could predict these celestial events with stunning accuracy? Today, we re-dive in deep into the jungles of Central America to uncover the unbelievable truth of how the Maya became master astronomers. How did they do it? The answer isn't a single magical trick, but a combination of brilliant observation, sophisticated mathematics, and a deep cultural connection to the cosmos. Forget the stereotypes you might have heard. The Maya were not just stargazers! They were scientists of the highest order. For them, the sky was a giant, living clock, and they were determined to understand how it ticked. It all started with patience. Generation after generation of Mayan skywatchers meticulously recorded the movements of the sun, the moon, and the planets. Imagine, night after night, year after year, priests and astronomers perched atop their towering pyramids, their eyes fixed on the heavens. They didn't have fancy equipment, just their naked eyes and simple tools like crossed sticks to mark positions. They noted every sunrise, every sunset, every full moon, and most importantly, every time the sun or moon seemed to disappear. These weren't just random notes. They were creating a massive database of celestial events. Over centuries, patterns began to emerge from this sea of data. They noticed that the moon's path sometimes crossed the sun's path in the sky. They realized that eclipses didn't happen randomly but followed predictable cycles. This is where their mathematical genius truly shines. The Maya developed a complex system of interlocking calendars. You've probably heard of the 260-day token and the 365-day Hab, which together create a 52-year cycle. But for predicting eclipses, they needed something even more powerful. They needed to understand the synodic period of the moon, the time it takes to go from one new moon to the next, which is about 29.5 days. They also needed to track the eclipse season, a 34.5-day window that occurs roughly every 6 months when the Earth, moon, and sun are properly aligned for eclipses to happen. Juggling all these different cycles is incredibly difficult. Think about it. You have the solar year, the lunar cycle, and the eclipse cycle, all running on different timelines. It's like trying to get 3 different sized gears to line up perfectly. But the Maya figured it out. This solution is documented in one of the most incredible ancient books in the world, the Dresden Codex. The Dresden Codex is one of only a handful of Mayan books to survive to the present day. It's a treasure trove of astronomical knowledge! And within its fragile pages lies a table that has baffled and amazed scholars for decades. The eclipse table. This table is essentially a sophisticated astronomical almanac. It tracks the cycles of the moon over a period of 11,960 days, which is roughly 33 years. What's so amazing about this number? It's a multiple of almost every important astronomical cycle they tracked. It's about 405 full moons. It's also a near-perfect alignment of their sacred Tzolk'in calendar and the eclipse seasons. Using this table, a Mayan priest could look ahead and see when the danger zones for eclipses were coming. The table lists a series of dates, marking days when a lunar or solar eclipse was possible. It wasn't a guarantee that an eclipse would happen on that exact day, or that it would be visible from their specific location, but it gave them a powerful warning system. It told them, pay attention. The gods are about to do something dramatic. Let's break down how this incredible table works. It's based on groupings of lunar months. The Maya calculated that 177 days, which is 6 lunar months, or sometimes 148 days, 5 lunar months was the average interval between possible eclipse dates. The Dresden Codex's table is a long sequence of these 177-day and 148-day intervals. By adding these numbers up, a Mayan astronomer could project far into the future, identifying potential eclipse hotspots. Their calculation for the length of a lunar month was so precise that it was off by only a few seconds compared to modern atomic clocks. Over hundreds of years! That level of accuracy is simply mind-blowing. But why was this so important to them? For the Maya, Eclipses were not just cool celestial phenomena. They were moments of profound spiritual significance, often seen as powerful and dangerous omens. A solar eclipse, where the sun, the source of life and power, was devoured by a celestial monster, could signal cosmic chaos, famine, or war. A lunar eclipse, where the moon turned a blood-red color, was equally terrifying. Being able to predict these events gave the rulers and priests immense power. Imagine you are a Mayan king. If you could tell your people, in 3 days, the sun will be eaten, but do not fear, for I have spoken with the gods. And they will return it. You wouldn't just be a king. You would be a divine intermediary. The predictions reinforced their authority and maintained social order. Rituals, ceremonies, and even sacrifices were performed during these predicted times to appease the gods and ensure the world remained in balance. So, their astronomy was deeply interwoven with their religion, politics, and daily life. The accuracy of their system is truly humbling. In the Dresden Codex, they predicted a solar eclipse that would happen on July 16th, 1991. And it did. Of course, they didn't know the year 1991, but their cyclical calendar pointed to that exact celestial alignment. They created a system so robust that its predictions held true for over 1,000 years. So, the next time you see an eclipse, take a moment to think about the Maya. Think about the generations of observers who dedicated their lives to understanding the rhythm of the cosmos. They show us that with dedication, meticulous observation, and brilliant insight, humanity can achieve incredible things. They didn't have our technology, but they had a deep curiosity and a profound respect for the universe, which allowed them to read the sky like a sacred text. The story of Mayan astronomy is a powerful reminder that the desire to understand our place in the cosmos is a fundamental part of the human experience, connecting us across centuries and cultures. What they achieved with their eyes, minds, and simple tools is one of the greatest intellectual feats in human history. Thanks for joining me on this journey back in time. If you found this as fascinating as I do, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of the ancient world. Let me know in the comments what other ancient marvels you'd like to explore. Until next time, keep looking up.